Listen to people talking about prices in the U.S. and prices in their own country. Check
I could
the
never
correct
buy
answer.
a car at home
I could never buy a car at home
because we pay a very high tax
because we pay is very high tax
on cars.
on cars.
Only rich people can really afford to
Only rich people and only
buy a car at
buy cars
home.
at home.
Here in the U.S.,
Here in the U.S.,
I drive a nice new car
I drive a nice car.
and I can easily afford
Can I easily afford
it. You don't have to be rich to
You don't have to be rich
own a car, which
to
is
own a car.
great.
Which is great.
2.
2.
At home, it only costs about $200
At home is only $200
a month to rent a
dollars a month
nice apartment.
to rent a nice apartment.
That's what I used to pay
That was I used to pay
for a 4-room apartment
for poor apartment
in a good neighborhood.
in a good neighborhood.
Here in the U.S., I
Here in the U.S.,
pay about twice that
I pay about twice
for a much smaller apartment.
for much more,
And it's not in a very
and it's very
nice
nice.
neighborhood.
It's neighborhood.
3.
Greece.
I bought a lot of clothes in my
I bought a lot of clothes in my
country before I
in my country
moved to the U.S.
before I moved to the U.S.
because everyone told me how
because everyone told me
expensive American
expensive American
clothing is.
clothing is.
I was kind of surprised
I want kind of
that I could get
that I could get
nice clothes here for very reasonable
that I could get nice clothes.
prices. In fact, it costs me
In fact, it cost me
less for clothes here than it
let me.
used to cost me at home.
It's to me. It's to me at home.
4.
4.
I come from a small country
I come from a small country,
and not a lot of people
and not a lot of people
travel by plane
drive by plane train
because it costs more than
because just more than
most people can afford.
people and most people can afford.
But the U.S.
But the U.S.
is such a big country,
is such a big country,
and the population is large.
and population is
Large.
large.
So you have a lot of people
So you have a lot of people
traveling by plane.
traveling by plane.
That's what keeps the prices down.
That what keep is by down.
That means I can afford to
That means I can afford
fly here,
fly here,
and I do it all the time.
and it's all of time.
I couldn't do that at home.
I could do that at home.
5.
5.
Most people send their children to private
Most people is children
schools at
to
home
buy school at home
because the public schools are not very
because the public school
good.
are not very good.
You have to pay a lot to do that.
You have to buy children,
So it's a big expense for many people.
so it's very a lot of
Public schools are better
public school are best
here and
here
cheaper than in my country.
and cheaper in my country.
People don't have to spend a lot
People don't have
on tuition.
spent a lot on tuition.
So most people send their
So much people send
children to public schools.
their children public school.
6.
6.
Here in the U.S.,
Here is the U.S.
you need to have health insurance
You need to have information
Because it costs a lot to
because it costs a lot
see a doctor or
to see a doctor
to enter a hospital.
or enter a hospital.
At home, you
At home,
don't have to pay much to see a
you don't have to pay
doctor or go to a hospital
to see doctor to go a hospital
because most of the clinics and
because most insurance
hospitals are run by the government.
are run by a government.